How does this setup compare to back on the East Coast?
Well, my man cave is pretty sweet. My man cave is pretty awesome. But this, like, you couldn't ask for something better. You know, we're on driving range. I got the lake. I got the mountains, the weather. So it's been great. Better than I thought, and I'll be back next year.
You did say close to the driving range. Has anybody hit the tent thus far? We are not that far away.
We've had a couple of strays, and then we don't know if somebody is purposely trying to hit it over here, but because somebody's either really bad or they're really good at acting like they're hitting a bad shot. So I don't know if there's somebody over there who may have a beef with me, but we've had a couple that have rattled the roof here.
Would Barkley be most likely to take aim at you, or is there somebody else?
If he knew I was here, there's that possibility. But he's not good enough to purposely hit it over here, so it would be on accident.
What made you guys want to come all the way over here to the West Coast?
Well, I played in this event back in '05 and '06, and I really enjoyed it, but there was so much stress attached to it because people think you should be good at golf. And I had a good time. If nobody was here, this would be awesome. But then when you bring in 25, 30, 40,000 people, then all of a sudden they're like, what's wrong with you? Don't you play golf? You suck. And be like, you're right. And I thought, let me broadcast out here because then I can act like I was a good golfer. But I just like the atmosphere. And plus, it's sort of like the summer's version of the Super Bowl where there's so many different athletes, celebrities around, and it's easy to do a show.
Yeah, and we're from up here in Reno, so I guess how unique is an event like this to get 90 celebrities, athletes of this caliber all at the same place at the same time?
It's amazing because not everybody's selling something, whereas at the Super Bowl, if you have guests on, they're selling something, promoting something. Here, it could be Kevin from The Office. He's not promoting anything, or Larry the Cable Guy or Ray Romano or Bart, they're just here to play golf, and then you get an opportunity to talk to them, and that's what's fun because it's a relaxed atmosphere. Whereas during the season, trying to talk to somebody, they're got a busy schedule, they're grinding, they may be losing game, whatever, they may be banged up. Here, you're getting people who should be in pretty good moods.
Do you have a favorite memory from the couple of tournaments that you played in? Either someone you played with, or a shot, or a hole, or an interaction with a fan?
I played with Vice President Dan Quayle, and he was just a gentleman. He was just so nice, and I might have come to the golf course hungover, and I'm sure he probably got 8 or 9 or 10 hours of sleep, and I might have gotten 3 or 4, and he kept the conversation limited to start out with. And then by the end of the round, he said, if you ever get out to California and Cyprus, let me know. And I followed up on that, and he got me on Cyprus, one of the toughest golf courses in the world to get on. So.
You mentioned coming over a little bit hungover, maybe, potentially. From your group, who are you most worried about is going to show up a little bit hungover as you guys are ready to tape your show?
Well, Fritzy's not here. He's in London. He went on vacation. He would be the guy that I would worry about. But the backroom guys I would worry about, not the Danettes. Seton and Paulie don't drink. And Marvin, maybe a beer, usually a Shirley Temple. But the backroom guys, they're young and dumb. They're going to go out and have a good time. They've gone. All I know is I came in today, and one of my guys in the back, P.A. Ray, had lost a bet, and he had to jump into Lake Tahoe. So that's 4:30 in the morning.
It's cold at
It's
any
cold
time.
anytime. And so that'll give you an idea. I came in, I go, wait, what happened? And sometimes I'd rather not know. And NBC said, hey, you got a guy who wants to jump in the lake. And I had no idea what they were talking about. I thought it was like, did you tell somebody to go jump in the lake? And so I don't even know what's going on with my guys, but one of the guys jumped in the lake, lost a bet, and lived to tell about it.
What would it take for you to get into the lake this weekend?
Zero chance of getting in the lake. If there's a swimsuit model and she's in distress, then maybe I would go in and take her out of the water.
Mentioning the lake, you've been at some of the most beautiful places in the world. I guess, what is your favorite thing about this area, Lake Tahoe, and how would it stack up?
It's just crisp. I show up at 4:30 in the morning and it's low 40s, and I know in 3.5 hours it's going to be 75 to 80, and I think just how like the freshness of it. It's always a clear day, clear picture. And I even told my guys, I said, you're going to see the sky, you're going to see the stars. Like it just feels like there's no filter at all. And the altitude's got me a little bit, but it's like truly a breath of fresh air.
Last one for you. Is there anybody in the field you're looking forward to talking to? I'm sure they say Dan Patrick wants you, and they're running over here.
No, I want people who want to come on. I even said to NBC, if they want to come on, great. But if Aaron Rodgers wants to come on, and I played with Aaron Rodgers, years ago here, or Steph. I saw Steph last night. This is their vacation too. I'm working, they're not, and I want to be fair to them. That sometimes you just say, I don't want to do anything, and I can't fault that. Those who come over, great, we'll have fun. But those who don't want to, it's okay. I don't take it personally.
There is a rumor Taylor Swift's going to be out here. Would you like to talk with her?
What do you think? What do you think? Of course I would. I love Tay. Love Tay.
You have a favorite Taylor song?
I drive 4.5 hours from my house to my house in Maine, and sometimes I will listen to Taylor Swift the entire trip. So that'll give you an idea. There's no bad songs.